I don't know.
The one that
The orb
morphed
turned into
into
Babe
Babe
and
the
then shattered
pig.
and gave us a vision.
The orb has returned. Only this time it seems pissed off. It is firing bolts of energy into the circle, sending the 4 teenagers into spasms of pain. Blood pours from their eyes and their guts to spill onto the pentagram as they vomit multiple internal organs out of their mouths and tear themselves apart from the inside. Da! Shin! Da!
Well, we
Hello?
wanted to roll this back into horror. There you go.
What is this ritual?
And now we're dead.
Yeah, we're
Not
all
dead
dead.
yet. No, we're not.
What the fuck do you mean?
Jason Voorhees appears and says, "Oh shit," when he sees the deadly spirit. He tries to run, the ghostly orb electrocutes him and begins to lift him off the ground. You're reaping what you sow, Jason! The orb releases him from his grounding and allow him to fall backwards. His body goes in multiple directions and his remains begin to burn.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Man, I can't believe that the new movie, Jason versus Orb, is over in like 40 seconds.
Oh, hold
Well,
on,
I mean,
hold on,
the
hold
movie's
on.
been
I have
about
an
2
idea.
hours long with that weird CD-ROM plot line. They only brought Jason in at the end.
Jason versus. I want to see a movie called
Hold on,
Jason
don't type
versus
anything. I have an idea.
Orb.
I have an idea.
Me too, yo. I love Jason Voorhees walking in going, "Oh shit!" His first line in the series.
Oh, shit.
Michael Myers peeks around the corner and says, "Oh fuck!"
You think the orb will kill him too?
When he sees the charred remains of history's greatest mass killers, he tries to run, but the ghostly orb grabs him in the eyes with lightning bolt. He falls to the ground and spends his remaining few seconds in a comatose state before his organs explode and he is burned to death.
Damn.
Dude. Friday the 13th versus Jason versus Orb.
Versus the orb.
Freddy Krueger runs in and makes eye contact with Orb. Oh my god. He spends his remaining seconds screaming in terror and begging for mercy as his body begins to burn up. The ghostly orb turns around briefly to say there will be no sanctuary tonight, not from the Furies. None of the so-called murderers and demons who roamed the streets that night survived the night.
Skellington walks in and screams as he sees Orb. His fear of the supernatural was a little more grounded than the others, and the ghastly sight before him is enough to cause him to pull his own eyes out. The ghostly Orb winces in pain as Skellington's illusions are destroyed once he perishes from his wounds.
I swear to God, if someone is typing the same thing as me.
Now it's a race because of how
Ghostface from Scream pops out of the dirt, tunneling from beneath the earth. He sees the orb. Oh no. The ghostly orb zaps him into a sharp curve and he lays there without a head. Norman Bates, now with a missing head, dashes into the house before the orb kills him, retrieving a flamethrower and granting himself a flaming skull. Did one of you type that? I think it generated that! One of you, it definitely generated that. Oh my god. It just added Norman Bates.
I was typing something, I had to stop. Fuck,
We need more killers. I love how it's typo, but it's just been submitted as orb.
Pyramid Head strolls in but is paralyzed in fear as Orb approaches them. Follow the damn rules! He takes a deep breath before unleashing an ear-splitting shriek that dissolves the beast. The horned monster collapses to the ground and begins to weep blood as his body is peeled apart by muscle. His organs begin to liquefy and his mind fractures into madness.
We need more killers.
The Zodiac Killer drives up in a car and breaks to a halt. He screams, "Holy shit!" and quickly flees his vehicle. He runs into his car.
It's referring to it as orb
As orb liquefies the entire vehicle. The liquid metal burns into his flesh and crawls under his skin, dissolving him.
Oh my god.
Gremlins ride into the room on RC cars. They say because they are gremlins.
If the orb kills these, then that's gonna be impressive. Because you didn't even mention orb at all.
We gotta give it some time.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do.
It's kind of hard. This is a hard one.
Please summon the Grinch.
They see the ghostly orb that liquefied and fleshing lots of blood and guts. The Kamazotz jumps up and flies away, but he's far too tired from his previous endeavors. He loses a wing and falls to the ground as Orb zaps him once again to prevent his escape. The goblins from Ernest, scared straight, appear before the orb, grunting and whining. The ghostly orb winces at this grotesque parody of his appearance. He looks upon the goblins with revulsion and crushes them into gooey puddles of flesh with bolts of lightning. Surrounding the ghostly orb are the nightmare creatures, the failed attempts by Freddy Fazbear to recreate the perfect... Freddy Fazbender.
We need to advance this.
The Grinch.
The Grinch is
What
not
happens to the nightmare
Halloween
creatures?
character. You gotta read it.
Read it.
Alright. They slowly approach the ghostly orb, afraid of their better. The ghost orb seems to pity them, and he grants them a quick death, which consists of setting them on fire and letting them burn into dust. The ghost orb breathes in heavy and looks around, seeing the destruction wrought upon the room.
The Grinch arrives, here to steal Christmas once and for all, but he could not have prepared for what would await him. He sucks up to the orb, but to no avail. The ghostly orb puts him down just as quickly as he had risen up. The orb turns around to see the gingerbread house. He walks towards it and winces once again in pain.
The gingerbread man walks out of his house and looks at the orb, shocked. He does not fear what may come next, for he is ninja bread. He charges at the orb, and he too screams in pain as his body liquefies and falls to the ground. The colors of his outfit run, being doused in red. Seemingly satisfied, the orb floats up to the sky and off into space.
Hold on, I got something. The orb's final challenge awaits him in the stars. It's Jason X. Oh fuck, Orb says.
Oh!
This is it. Several gunshots fire out from the earth to the orb. Jason's dead face stares at the orb in shock and horror. Orb rounds the earth, but forgets to speed up time on it. When he does so, the world quickly becomes an icy wasteland, which what the hold on, I'm gonna re-roll that one. That's the first time I feel like we have to re-roll one of these, but I don't know what it's talking about there. Orb 2, the Reckoning. Spaceman sits comfortably in his saucer, sipping on some go-go Madian. He's clad in a red and yellow onesie with the word orb written on the chest in bold eye-drawing letters. He's feeling really good about this whole stealing Christmas business.
Neo Grinch.
Is Spaceman an orb fan, or what?
This is a future where the orb defines culture.
Yeah.
The orb is worshipped.
Made a space Grinch.
The Mad Balls.
The bad balls roll in and don't know what to do next. The spaceman shrugs and sends them to a nearby gift shop. The Grope Nations walk in and moan. And then, oh wait,
Infinitially.
Spaceman shrugs again and follows the Grope Nations into the red light district. There are many fun times had here by all spacemen. It's time for a bath out invasion. Some laser shooting occurs. The orb shield still protects Earth from the perils of space, which have tried over and over again to destroy human life on this planet. The orb's extreme sense of duty prevents it from following its own whims and letting humanity die a dry death. It still has a job to do, and it plans on doing
So
just
the orb
that.
is the protagonist
I
because
was
we're
about to
killing
say,
all
I was
these
about to
movie
say
killers.
the orb. Yeah, the orb only has killed. Well, I guess it did kill Jack Skellington and the Grinch. I don't know.
Well,
how
They're
it
bad
The
guys.
Grinch
And
is
the
bad
and the
news, yo.
gingerbread man. He
And
killed
Jack
gingerbread
Jack
man.
Skellington is evil too.
I don't think that's
It's
true,
only
but-
only killed villains, so I think it worked.
And those children and the kids.
Maybe they were evil too.
I need to breathe for a second. I can't believe what this story has turned into.